Imagine walking through a smoking ruin, the air thick with ash. Beneath your feet, a library lies buried, thousands of charred scrolls, lost for nearly 2 millennia. One of them holds the voice of a philosopher, whose ideas change the way we think about virtue, suffering, and resilience. That scroll remained silent, until now. Today we uncover how that ancient philosopher spoke again and what his message still means for us. This is the story of Zeno of Citium, and a lost scroll that refused to stay silent. Let's start with the man, Zeno of Citium. Born around 334 BCE in Citium, on the island of Cyprus, he was originally a merchant. According to legend, a shipwreck, or at least a financial disaster, left him stranded in Athens, with nothing but his desire to understand what a good life really means. He began teaching under the painted porch, the Stoa Poikile, in the Athenian Agora, and from there emerged the school of Stoicism. The Stoics taught that virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, temperance is the highest good, and that many things lie outside our control, so true freedom comes from how we respond. But our story isn't just about Zeno's teachings. It's about what happens to those teachings, hidden, lost, almost erased, and then found in the most unexpected way. Fast forward to 79 AD, Mount Vesuvius erupts, devastating the cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum. At Herculaneum, there was a grand villa, the so-called Villa dei Papyri, owned by a wealthy Roman. Inside, a library of papyrus scrolls. The eruption's extreme heat carbonized the scrolls, turning them into brittle, blackened cylinders. For centuries, scholars could only imagine what was inside. The charred state made them almost unreadable. Then, in recent years, a breakthrough. A team of researchers used a technique called pulsed thermography to scan these carbonized scrolls without unrolling them. They discovered previously unreadable Greek letters, revealing new details about Zeno and his school. One of the scrolls, known as P HERC 1018, contained parts of the work History of the Stoa by Philodemus of Gadara, giving fresh glimpses into the earliest Stoics and their teachings. Think about that. Nearly 2,000 years buried, then technology allows the silent script to speak. It's archaeology and philosophy, meeting in fire and ash. What's especially compelling, the scroll doesn't just list doctrines, it gives us human detail. For example, Zeno is portrayed as a foreigner in Athens, frail, lacking money, mocked for his accent. He lost everything, his cargo, his livelihood, yet he rebuilt his life into something greater. That story mirrors the Stoic idea. What cannot be taken away is your inner attitude, your virtue. And the mystery remains. So many parts of the library are still unreadable, so many voices lost. What other truths lay hidden beneath those blackened scrolls? What wisdom remains to be uncovered? Here's the kicker. If a man 2.5 millennia ago could lose everything and still ask, "How should I live?" then maybe we can pause and ask ourselves the same. The story of Zeno, the scroll, the ashes, it reminds us external loss does not equal internal defeat. In a world filled with distractions, volatility, things outside our control, the Stoic message rings clear. Focus on your responses, your character, your inner fortress, and the image of a lost scroll preserved through catastrophe, then read in our time. It's a perfect metaphor. Ideas can survive even when everything else is destroyed. So when you next feel shaken by change, by loss, by things you cannot control, Remember, the ancient philosopher washed up on a foreign shore, his fortune gone, yet his philosophy lived on. The charred scroll spoke again. What will your response be today? If you enjoyed this story and want more deep dives into the mysteries of ancient philosophy and how it connects to our lives today, take a moment to reflect on what resonated with you. Lost scrolls, buried wisdom, your comeback story. Which part speaks to you the most? Thanks for watching, and remember, your attitude is your power. Let's walk this path together. Until next time, stay curious, stay resilient, and keep seeking what truly lasts.